Señor, is this the way to the Blue Fox?
See.
Is this the Blue Fox?
See.
Hey, this place is a gas.
You like?
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Saturday only here on Top Shelf Oldies. Want to welcome you to the March 28th, 2015 Vinyl Treasure Show. Glad you can join Johnny G for the 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. We play all 1960s original 45s, 1964 and later out of my collection. We just opened up with an instrumental B-side, as the A-side was a vocal. That was number 58 on Cashbox, number 46 on Billboard, was their fifth overall release on the Columbia record label and their first national Columbia hit, as they had other releases prior to this one on Columbia, but not on the charts. If you're familiar with a tune called Steppin' Out, that was the A-side. We just heard the flip side of that 45, an instrumental called Blue Fox, released in August of 1965 by Paul Revere and the Raiders. That one there on the Columbia record banner, Blue Fox. They had an earlier one, instrumental, that did chart on Gardena. I'm sure you're familiar with that tune called Like Long Hair. Well, anyway, we are doing the 1960s show. We do that the last Saturday of the month. Enough of my babbling here. Let's start it off with the vocal portion here with a girl group from the Bronx, New York. They formed while they were in high school. They had one national number one hit that you all know on the Laurie record label in 1963, if you're familiar with a tune called He's So Fine. But here is another B-side and an alternate B-side, as this 45 comes with two different flips. If you're familiar with the A-side, a song called Nobody Knows What's Going On in My Mind But Me, this was the first flip of that 45. We go back to May 65. These are the Chiffons on Laurie, with a cover tune originally by Tina Britt, their version of The Real Thing.
I keep walking around and around, talking about the love I found. Well, it looks to me like this could be the real thing. Well, it looks to me like this could be the real thing. A change has come over me. My heart beats impatiently. I just
We'll send that one out to George of Ohio, currently in the Top Shelf Oldie Show. That's his favorite Chiffons 45. That is a cover tune originally recorded by Tina Britt on the Eastern record label there. That one there by the Chiffons on Lori. A song called The Real Thing. And then what happened is they flipped this 40. Actually, they wiped that one out as they didn't want any competition with the Tina Britt release. And they put another release called Don't You Ever Go Steady, which also followed as the flip side to probably their last big hit, a song called Sweet Talking Guy in 1966. Well, let's continue here. This is the 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. I am on the webcam, and I will show you these 45s here. I got to get a better light in here. And I just came back from Dallas, Texas, was there for a 2-day seminar. And boy, the temperature really fluctuated in Dallas, and I call it a concrete city. I was there with my coworker Robin, and we did a lot of walking. We needed to because of that food out there in the Dallas, Texas area there was, kind of not good for Johnny G's weight loss, but I'll tell you more about it as we continue here. So let's continue with another tune here, which I don't know anything about this 45. I'm guessing it might be from 65 or 66, but if you look at the label logo, it reminds me of the Phil Spector Phyllis logo, but it's not like that yellow and red label. It's all pink, and there's a symbol to the left that it looks like the Phyllis, but it's not. It says JR for Joni Records. That is the label here, and it was written and produced by someone by the name of Tim O'Brien. I'm guessing it's from 1965, but you could be the judge. It's the Stowaways on Joni, and their tune's called Where Are You When I'm Lonely? Well, that didn't sound like the A Four Seasons tune. I don't know what did, but they're called the Stowaways there. I don't know anything about that record. The Stowaways there from 1965 on the Joni record label, song entitled Where Are You When I'm Lonely? Hopefully you're listening to Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show every Saturday from 10 to midnight. We'll be doing some OT tonight. I pulled out about 55 45s for this evening, and we play them not chronologically like I do on the 50s edition. We play them randomly here. We just heard one from 65. Let's listen to one from 66 for this Los Angeles, California soul group, but I'm featuring the B-side of the 45, as the A-side was a ballad that was played regionally, a song called Find Me, which was a big #1 song on WAMO out of Pittsburgh, PA in March of 1967. And at that time, Bell Records picked it up, but it first came out on Anthony Renfro's Renfro record label. This one features Maurice Chestnut on lead. Let's go to late 1966 for a group called The Attractions. This one on the Renfro label, their tune is called Destination U.
I feel like an arrow flying, dead at its mark. My destination is you, baby. I feel like a bullet 45 heading right at you. Oh yeah, a DC-9 in the sky on a straight line. My destination is you, baby. And I just can't wait to hold you. You're my satisfaction in the midnight hour. Oh yeah, yeah. And I can't see how I've done without you so long. Nah, 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 nah. A few more miles to go, baby, and I'll be home. My destination, baby. You, yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like a baseball star heading home. My destination is you, baby. I feel like a prophet. Give me you, or give me death. Oh yeah, a satellite orbiting, beep beep, beeping on you. Oh baby, oh destination you, baby. My destination is wow you, and I'm gonna love you every day, yeah, and every way. Woo, yeah. I counted every second until I arrived. My one consolation was you'll be waiting. So be available, get ready, 'cause here I come. Oh yeah, my destination, baby. I might take a train, might take an aeroplane, roller skate, tricycle, unicycle, skateboard. I just might skip, might take a rocket ship. Destination, baby, destination you. Well, you, baby. Oh, train.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there from late 1966. They're called The Attractions. The Attractions on the Renfro label for that one. Came out on the Bell label too. You may have it on Bell Records, but that is Destination U. Features Maurice Chestnut on lead. The Bell release came out in December of 1966. Then Renfro re-released that record in for some reason in January of 1970. Don't ask me why they did that. I'll show you that Renfro press right after I play this next 45 here. And I'm playing another B-side for this female artist, and I have no info on her. nor do I have a year for this 45. And it's on a label called Soul O Watts, SOUL'Watts. And it was written by someone by the name of Wilhelmina Clayton. And her name, the gal's name singing, is Karen Brooks, but not the country singer Karen Brooks, because there is a Karen Brooks country singer. This is a soulful Karen Brooks. I'm guessing 1966 for this release on Soul O Watts. Let's give it a spin. It's called Too Nice to Forget.
Just me and your picture in a lonely room. Now and then I hum your favorite tune. I still remember the day we met. You're too nice to forget. Now we're just friends, lovers no more. I still love you as much as before. Oh, love I cherish with no regret. You're too nice to forget. I still remember you were my best. You're too nice to forget. Remember to smile when you pass by. Don't pity me if there's a tear in my eye. You found a new love, and yet you're too nice to forget.
That gal goes by the name of Karen Brooks. Karen Brooks, guessing 1966. What would you say, 66 or 65? That one there on the Soul O Watts record label, Too Nice to Forget. And a lot of these 45s, who remembers them? I usually don't play a lot of the hits. Play a lot of obscure records. Have a ton in my collection. Also have the hits, too. I don't know if I'm playing any hits. I do have some later charted releases here, so let's continue here. You never know what you find on the Vinyl Treasure Show. But let's continue here on the last 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. I featured the up-tempo side of this Roulette 45. The song was called The Last Laugh. We're going to give a spin to the ballad side, which is the intended A side of the 45 on Morris Levy's Roulette record label. And it appears to be this singer's only release. He goes by the name of Lenny Jennings. This one from October 1966, Lenny Jennings on Roulette. Give a listen to his tune. It's called Easy, Baby.
Don't you take it too fast. Please me, baby, and make this old love last. But take it easy, easy, take it easy, 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 baby. And thrill me, mama, oh yeah, till my little heart sing. Come on and love your man, mama, with every little thing. But take it easy, easy, take it easy, easy. 'cause it may never show. Just throw your arms around me and I'll sort of let yourself go and thrill them on, oh yeah, with all your might. Come on, baby, and love your daddy right. But take it easy, easy, take it easy, 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 baby. No, 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 no. Why don't you come on and take it easy, baby? Do anything you wanna, baby, but just do it easy.
Soul ballads here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's a great two-sided 45, in my opinion. Lenny Jennings there from October 1966. Morris Levy's Roulette record label for that one, song entitled Easy Baby. We're not going to take it easy for this next 45 for this female singer who would later on join the 3 Degrees in 1966 and do lead on many of their 70s releases on the Roulette record label and also on the Philly International label. Remember buying a 45 in 1974 called When Will I See You Again? You remember that big hit in 74? But prior to all that, she had a solo career as she was discovered by Richard Barrett. Richard Barrett, he was the lead singer of that 50s group, the Valentines. But after he left the Valentines, he went on to find and discover many groups, produce and write for so many soul artists through the years. And she had one release on the Landa label. I think I have featured it before here one of the years on the Vinyl Treasure Show, but she has 3 on Swan, and this is her third, written by Leon Huff and Richard Barrett, who also produced it. Let's give a listen to Sheila Ferguson. Sheila Ferguson, this one on the Swan record label out of Philadelphia from November 65, her tune called Heartbroken Memories.
I loved a boy oh so much that I didn't know what to do. He crumbled my heart in tiny pieces. Oh, when he said that we were through. Why he did it, he didn't say it. He just turned
name is Miss Sheila Ferguson. Sheila Ferguson there. That is an in-demand Northern Soul 45. You have to have purchased that before the Northern Soul phenomena. That is for sure. But that's Sheila Ferguson, her third release on the Swan record label. November 65, Heartbroken Memories is the name of that one. Let's continue here for a Saturday evening. John G spinning 1960s, actually 64 and later sounds out of my collection. Let's move to 1966. Actually, I forgot to mention that I pulled a lot of Laurie 45s out of my collection. I went through a box of Laurie singles. I didn't even know I had half of those records in that box, but I'm featuring some of them tonight. I have one on the turntable right now. This Laurie release for this group out of Asbury Park, New Jersey. They have a few releases. That one I know that is very expensive by them came out on the Selsum label, another Asbury Park label, Asbury Park or Southern New Jersey label in 1966. Here's another one from 66 on Laurie, co-written by someone by the name of Ray DeRouge. And some of you may know Ray because he was the lead singer of a group called Ray and the Darshays. Did a tune in 62 on Aljon called Little Girl So Fine back with Carol, but he co-wrote this tune, and it features lead singer Mickey Holiday. It's mentioned on the label. This one from October 66. They're called the Jaywalkers. This is the A side of the 45 on Laurie, a song called Love at First Sight.
Hey, little girl, how can I go on without you? Don't you know? Little girl, I love everything about you, baby. Just one look, girl, was all it took, girl. And then I knew I was falling in love with you. I didn't have to kiss your lips. I didn't have to hold you tight. I knew from the very start, oh, way down deep in my heart, it was love at first sight, baby. I knew it was love at first sight. Sometimes it takes a day or two before love really gets in the groove. But girl, I just took one look at you. That's when my heart began to move. I didn't have to kiss your lips. No, I didn't have to hold you tight. 'Cause I knew from the very start, oh, way down deep in my heart, it was love at first sight, baby. I knew it was love at first sight, baby. Love at first sight, baby. I knew it was love at first sight. And I'm gonna have dreams all of the
October 1966, released there for a group called the Jaywalkers. Mickey Holiday on lead for that one. On the Laurie record banner featured a lot of Laurie, will be featuring a lot of Laurie 45s this evening. Song entitled Love at First Sight. Let's continue here. I want to make sure that, oh wow, I changed this flip side here. Anyway, this next artist, she goes back to the mid 1950s as she was the lead of a group called Little Clyde and the Teens on the RPM record label. I think she was discovered by, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember the big guy out in California that sang with Louis. No. Yeah. Oh, who sang Louie Louie? Somebody type it in the chat room there. Anyway, he discovered this gal, and she embarked on a solo career in 1957 on the Specialty record label, and she continued to record for other labels like Philips and Imperial and a couple others. She did a ton of session work, and then later on became a member of Brown Sugar and another group called the Blackberries in the 1970s. And here's one of her in-demand Imperial releases, arranged by Gene Page. It's her third release on Imperial, as we go back to April of 1966 on Imperial for Miss Clyde King. And I switched it to the A side of this 45 because I was going to play Soft and Gentle Ways, but we're going to play He Always Comes Back to Me. April 1966, release there for Miss Clyde King on the Imperial record banner there. He Always Comes Back to Me is the name of that one. A lot of her records go for some big bucks. They really do some great productions like that one. Yes, Billy sounds like a Phil Spector wall of sound there. Let's continue here for a Saturday evening. John G spinning and showing my original vinyl 45s. Got another cover tune up next on the Vinyl Treasure Show. This time we head out to Washington, D.C. as for this group, but it appears to be their only release on a label called Showtime, and it's different than the other Showtime label out of, I think it's out of Philadelphia. It's SHO-TIME is the name of this one, and they're doing a cover song originally recorded by the Young Rascals in 1955 on the Atlantic record label. This one's on Showtime Records. This one came out in January of 1967. They're called The Resumes. I think it doesn't have that little accent over the E, but I think it's pronounced The Resumes. I'll show it to you on the cam there. The Resumes on Showtime with their rendition of the Rascals tune, I Ain't Gonna Eat Out My Heart Anymore.
I admit you got the biggest to tantalize. Sure. Yeah! You can get a man you want, and you do it. And don't say you don't, 'cause you do. Whoa, baby, I ain't gonna eat out my heart anymore. I ain't gonna eat out my heart anymore. So quit it. I love you, yes I do, girl. But you ain't gonna cheat on me. I need you, yes I do. But choose, is it him or me? Is it him or me? Yeah! Just 'cause I have been saying you should be ashamed of what I've been saying bad. Oh, so bad. Yeah! You better watch your step, or girl, you can bet lose the best you have. I love you, yes I do, girl. But you ain't gonna cheat on me. I need you, yes I do. But choose, is it him or me? Oh, baby, I ain't gonna eat out my heart anymore. I ain't gonna eat out my heart anymore. I ain't gonna eat out my heart anymore. I ain't gonna eat out my heart anymore.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That group, they are out of Washington, D.C. They're called the Resumes, Resumes. And that one there came out in January of 1967 on the SHO-Time record label. Ain't Gonna Eat Out My Heart, parentheses, anymore, cover of the Young Rascals tune. Let's continue here for a Saturday evening. Let's stay in the garage for this group from Manchester, Tennessee. They had this lone release that first came out on the Dolly record label in June of 1967, but then it was picked up by Laurie Records, and that's the label that I'm featuring it on, and it was written by group members Larry Welding and Tolly Lee, and was a big local hit for them in the Manchester, Tennessee area. And you can check out their Facebook page. They have a Facebook page that was managed by, or that is managed by, the original drummer for the group. He goes by the name of Ray Cobb. This group is called The Uncalled For. This one from July of 1967, The Uncalled For on Laurie, and their tune called Do Like Me.
If you ever have a day when a man's got you down, and everyone you know is playing you for a clown, and your head is still spinning from the binge the night before, your loving mom and dad just kicked you out the door. Come on over, I'm gonna show it to you. Everything I know, girl, everything to do. I'm gonna set you an example, show you how to be. If you wanna do right, girl, just do like me. Yeah.
Johnny G here, lurking in the garage for the last 245s. I think we're going to stay in the garage there. But anyway, that is the Uncalled For from July of 1967 on the Laurie record label, song entitled Do Like Me. I know there are a couple copies. I don't know what the prices are of this record. I got this record in a whole bunch of Laurie. I might even have multiple copies. I'm not sure, because I made a hit at the... in Orangeburg, New York, somebody that somehow worked for Laurie Records, and a lot of 70s and 60s records. That's why I pulled out a bunch of the Music Explosion and some other ones, and they were cheap. They were like 10 for $1, and you really can't go wrong for getting records like that for 10 for $1. But they're called the Uncalled For from July 1967 on the Laurie label, Do Like Me. That comes on Dolly first, though, for you collectors out there. Let's continue here, and on the last 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show, I featured this garage group out of the UK. They were known as the Boys Blue, and the side that I played was called You Got What I Want. But we're going to flip that 45 over. We're going to send it out to Platypus Jeff, who requested I flip that 45 over, as he knows his garage tunes. Yes, he does. It features Jeff Elroy on lead. This one on ABC Paramount Records, May 1965. The Boys, actually Boys Blue. It doesn't say the. It's Boys Blue, and their tune called Take a Heart.
First you take a heart, then you break a heart. But before you do, you make it fall for you. Then you give it back. Oh, you shouldn't do that. See me walk the floor, just thinking of you. See me walk the front of both of my shoes. Somebody help me, please. Tell me what to do. Send an SOS. My heart's in distress. Won't somebody please take her place? Will I find her there? I search the crowd for her face. First you take a heart, then you break a heart. But before you do, you make it fall for you. Then you give it back. Oh, you shouldn't do that. See me walk the floor, just thinking of you. See me walk the front of both of my shoes. Somebody help me, please. Please tell me what to do. You send an SOS. I said my heart's in distress. Won't somebody care to take her place? Will I find her there? I search the crowd for her flame. No, you shouldn't do that. I said you shouldn't do that. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, you shouldn't do that.
Boys Blue, there is the name of that group there. Take a Heart is the name of the tune from May 1965 on the ABC Paramount record label. Jeff Elroy on lead. That song reminds me, I don't know what it is, but it reminds me of Indian Reservation for some reason by the Raiders on Columbia. I don't know, as Johnny G loses his mind here. I am showing the turntables now, as you are not seeing Johnny G's ugly face, you are seeing my two turntables. Those of you looking in on the webcam, so they want to see the records continue and spin. So let's continue with this group out of Seattle, Washington. They recorded 6 on the Seafair Bolo label, and I like the B-side to their 5th release on the Bolo label, written by the lead singer. He goes by the name of Jim Valley, as this group was very popular in the Seattle area. And actually, the flip side of this, their rendition of the Andre Williams tune Bacon Fat, was the side that got played in the Seattle area. But I like this side better for some reason. This one's from February of '65, and they're called the Viceroys. Jim Valley on lead, and he wrote this tune, a song called Until.
Until the sky is blue no more, there's no salad on the shore. It will be you I'll adore. Until the mountains have no more snow, until the river ceases to flow, it will be you I know. Can't you see what I'm trying to say? Don't you know I love you till that day, until the day that time stands still. Don't you know I love you? I will until there's no stars up above, until there's no one left to love. It will be you I'm dreaming of. Can't you see what I'm trying to say? Don't you know I love you till that day, until the day that time stands still. Don't you know I love you? I will until there's no stars up above, until there's no one left to love. It will be you I'm dreaming of.
Group out of Seattle, Washington there. They're called the Viceroys. February 1965 release on the Seafair Bolo record label, song entitled Until. I think with that record, somebody bought out the copies, or there were multiple copies available on this label Bolo Records, and I just bought the ones that I needed. He didn't have them all, and there's not many releases on the label, but I was able to get a lot of them, and they are on styrene, but that one played pretty nice. A nice styrene press for that one. Let's continue here for a Saturday evening, 1960s records out of Johnny G's collection. We head to Chicago, Illinois for the USA record label. As 2 members of this group, they recorded as Mike and Michael, had releases on the Manhattan and the Constellation label, but then they added a singer, Louis Chicky Stella, and they called themselves Chick and the Nobles, and this is the first of 2 they recorded on the USA record label. Features Louis Chick Stella on lead. We go back to 1964 on USA Records with Chick and the Nobles and their tune called I Cry.
Girl, when you're walking by, please take a look at me. Don't know why the sun doesn't shine. Not a single cloud in the sky. I feel the sadness all around me. Real love has never ever found me. When you walk
Johnny G gets caught here off mic. That's Chick and the Nobles, features Louis Chick Stella on lead there. 1964 release. Yes, Jangle Billy sounds like the Four Seasons again there. Chick and the Nobles, USA record, song entitled I Cry. And what happened later in 1966, they recorded as the Taylor Brothers on a label called United 98. Then again, as the Chicago Fire in 1968 on USA. And then in 1970, they added more members to record as the Neighborhood. There you go. John G here for a Saturday evening. Let's continue here. I don't know much about this next singer, but I do recognize the writer credits on the label. A.I.L.O. is one of the writers, and he's credited on this Laurie 45. And A.I.L.O. is really Anthony Aiello, who was really Nino, the lead singer of Nino and the Ebb Tide. So maybe they are backing him, this artist, up on this 45. But supposedly, Nino and the Ebb Tides, they broke up in 1965. But this 45 is produced by Frank Slay and Anthony Aiello. And this song, we just thought that song sounded like the Four Seasons. Well, this song is very Four Season-ish sounding. And the song is appropriately called Four Seasons. We go back to March of 1965, Laurie Records, for Lenny Coleman and his tune called Four Seasons. Now, of all the records that I've played that I said sounded a little bit like the Four Seasons, that one has to be the one that mostly sounded like the Four Seasons. That's Lenny Coleman. That's his only release there on the Laurie record banner there. And the Four Seasons is the name of the tune from March of 1965, although that's probably Nino and the Ebb Tides backing him up on that one. Enough of my babbling here. John G spinning original vinyl 45s from the 60s. We are the last Saturday of the month when I do that. I'm also recording this for the, actually recording the video, and I am also recording it for the website, vinyltreasures.net. We will post it up there, and it's really easy. Thank you, Hi-Fi Tim, to make it so easy for me to do this. But let's continue here. Up next, an unknown girl group, because nobody really knows who this girl group is, although there are a couple of girl groups that go by this name. They're called the Lollipops. There's a soul group that recorded for the Impact record label. They also have releases on the RCA. There's also one on Atco. They may be the same group because they are a soul group that recorded on those labels. But this one is on Smash Records. And this is not a soul group. This one's produced by Joe Veneri and Billy Carl, who is really Billy Carlucci. And I was reading today on this one, I was researching the record, that possibly Ellie Greenwich is on lead. Somebody said they slowed it up and it sounded like her, but I don't know. You can be the judge. I have this one on a promo copy. It's a Styrene Smash release here. These are the Lollipops, August 66. This is the A-side, a song entitled He's the Boy.
Yes, he's the boy I'm gonna marry someday. The boy that I love, and I think of each day. Oh, he promised me that we'd never part, and that is why he holds the key to my heart. He's the boy I love. He's the boy when he smiles at me and looks in my eyes, he tells me I'm pretty. I say he's quite a guy. Oh, he understands me all of the time. He makes me happy. Yes, he'll always be mine. He's the boy I love. He's the boy oh, he understands me all of the time. He makes me happy. Yes, he'll always be mine. He's the boy I love. He's the boy I love. Oh, he's the boy I love. He's the boy
I don't know if that sounds like, does it sound like Ellie Greenwich? I don't know. You be the judge. Those are the Lollipops, August 1966. I know they're not the other Lollipops that recorded on those other labels, but He's the Boy is the name of that one. Came out on the Smash record label. Let's continue here. This next artist was basically a songwriter, and she wrote the song we heard earlier. I played that cover by the Resumes, Ain't Gonna Eat Out My Heart Anymore. But she wrote that song together with her writing partner, Pam Sawyer. And here she is with a solo effort that she did not write, which was kind of unusual. But she would later on have releases on the Philips label as with a group called White Boots. But this one's on Morris Levy's Roulette record label. This one from April of '65. Give a listen to Lori Burton. Lori Burton on Roulette, and her tune called Yeah, 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 parentheses, That Boy of Mine.
Yeah, 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 that boy of mine. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 that boy of mine. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wait till you see that boy of mine.
April 1965 release there for basically really songwriter Laurie Burton there. Laurie Burton on Roulette Records, Morris Levy's Roulette Records there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That Boy of Mine is the name of that tune. Let's stay on Morris Levy's Roulette record label for this group from Clifton, New Jersey, as there is another group that has the same name, but a completely different group. And this group's only release, this group's only release, produced by Jimmy Wisner, and this one charted here in New York City on WOR. Charted, was number 67, really didn't do well for this group. They're called The Vacant Lot. This one released in May of 1967, The Vacant Lot on Roulette. Give a listen to their tune. It's called I Blew It.
I blew it. I'm never gonna have a happy ending like in the movies, or when a bad guy dies in quicksand and the pretty girl and the hero live happily ever after in the sunshine. I blew it. I'm never gonna have a happy ending like in the paperbacks, when a sad and a lonely couple strike oil in the backyard and the landlord goes to prison forever. Wait a minute, I can't possibly be there on the villain, getting my just desserts. And I don't mean ice cream and peaches, but more like suffering and crying. But that's impossible, because I treated you like you were a princess. I wouldn't harm a hair on your head. So why you taking away my chances for happy endings? I blew it. I'm never gonna have a happy ending like on the TV, or when the very hard-working husband, or when the trip and $1,000 to take his dreary and weary missus to Switzerland. I blew it. I'm never gonna have a happy ending like on the TV, or when a very hard-working husband, and with a trip and $1,000 to take his dreary and weary missus to Switzerland. I blew it. Oh Lord, I blew it. Oh how I blew it. Oh Lord, I blew it. Oh Lord, I blew it.
Yeah, that group is called The Vacant Lot there. A song entitled I Blew It from May 1967. That's their only release on Morris Levy's Roulette record label. John G. spinning 1960s vinyl 45s out of my collection. There are people watching me now. They are looking at, instead of looking at me, they like looking at the 45. So if you're a collector of 45s, especially 60s, it might be cool to see the two turntables spinning the 45s, as it is pretty cool. You see how Johnny G multitasks. It's easy to just list MP3s into the browser. It's easy. It's tough to do a lot of things that I am doing. I'm cleaning records too as I go and dealing with all the things that are going on here. Not drinking my coffee though. Anyway, enough of my babbling here. Let's continue here. Let's move to 1965, but I don't know much about this next group, and it appears to be their only release as we go to the HBR Hanna-Barbera record label. And I think I'm playing the B-side of this 45 because I was reading about this song. Actually, though, not this song that I'm featuring, but the flip side. I forgot the name of it. I will read it. But if anybody watched The Flintstones, supposedly there was one of the episodes, and you hand it to HBR Records because, you know, they had, you know, the Flintstones, and they were into all these cartoon shows, and they were promoting their songs in these cartoon shows. And I think it mentioned that Fred Flintstone was flipping the channels, and he was like dreaming, and his daughter Pebbles was with Bam Bam at the beach or something, and they played excerpts of the flip side of this record, which I will tell you about, and one of Danny Hutton's songs that was out at the time. But I'm playing the B side of that 45. I will tell you what the other side is, the A side. But anyway, both sides are good, and maybe we'll play it on the next 60s show. But this one is released in May of 1965. They're called The Creations 4 with the number IV. This is on HBR. This is the B-side. The song is called Little Girl.
Oh, girl, I don't see you anymore, but I still love you. I always think of you, 'cause the lonely night seems so long, and you'll always be so very close to me. Oh, girl, what did I do wrong? You turned my happiness into pain. Your smile seemed to mean so much to me, but underneath that smile, you knew all the while someone else would soon take my place. Wouldn't hurt so bad, but you seem so glad. Oh, girl, what did I do wrong? You turned my happiness into pain. Girl, when you're not around, my world comes tumbling down, 'cause you're a part of everything I do, and I can't stop loving you. So, little girl, I won't see you anymore. I'll just go away, and maybe then someday I can put you out of my mind, but you'll always be so very close to me. Oh, girl, what did I do wrong? You turned my happiness into pain. 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 You turned it into pain. You turned my happiness into. You turned my happiness into pain. You turned my happiness into.
B-sides here on a 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's the Creations 4 on the HBR record label. Little Girl's the name of that one from May 1965. Yes, thank you, Randy and Jangle Billy. It was Dance in the Sand that Fred Flintstone was listening to. Well, what do you want? They were promoting their records. Dick Clark did it. He promoted it there for a while till he kind of got caught. But anyway, let's continue here. Let's go back to Laurie Records here. This group is out of Columbus, Ohio, and their main label, actually, I should take it back because a lot of times Laurie would lease the masters or purchase the masters because this Columbus, Ohio group, their main label was the Counterpart label in Cincinnati. And they had 3 releases on that label. And their first release was picked up by Diamond Records here in New York City, a song called Going Too Far. This is their second release that was picked up by the Laurie record label. And that is the one that I'm playing. This one from September of 1967. They're called The Fifth Order. The Fifth Order on Laurie. And the name of their tune is called 1,000 Devils, parentheses, are chasing me.
Everybody knows my troubles, they shake their heads and stare. But I can keep smiling, 'cause I've got something very rare. I've got 1,000 devils chasing me through an ugly world upstairs. 1,000 devils are chasing me, but I've got an angel, I've got an angel, I've got an angel who cares. I've got an angel, she's a beauty and a queen, and all my troubles disappear when she comes on the scene. I've got 1,000 devils chasing me through an ugly world upstairs.
There you go there with As I Lose My Place. Those are the Fifth Order from September 1967. Actually, who typed in the Today I Got a Letter? I think that is the flip side of this record, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. So I featured the B side of that 45. The Fifth Order there. Let me press this thing here. There you go. Sorry about that, folks. The Fifth Order from September 1967. That's a B side on the Laurie record banner, song called 1,000 Devils Are Chasing Me. The A side was a song called Today I Got a Letter. We will get that one on as I lose my mind. There you go. We'll get that one on a future Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's continue here with the 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. And on the last 60s show, I played the B-side of this next 45 for this group out of Los Angeles, California. Had 2 releases on the Valiant label, the California Valiant label. I played the B-side of their second release, a song called My Race Is Run. That was the name of it. But we're going to flip the 45 over, give a listen to the intended A-side before it goes back down in the no humidity basement. This one's from March of 66. They're called The Motleys. The Motleys on Valiant. And their tune called You.
Of my day, in the darkness of my night, in the middle of nowhere, oh, things just don't seem right. You make me feel like I'm just wasting my time, and I won't be left far behind by you. When I'm feeling down and low, and everywhere I go, all the people that I know, they can't hear me anymore. You listen to me, and with real sympathy, you say to me, I love you. And when I'm going astray, please show me the way to make me do right when I would do wrong. I am helpless without you. My day seems so long. Without you, love, I just can't go on. Without you, love, I just can't go on. When my days drag along and my world seems gone, and then all things go wrong and I just can't go on. You make me forget all of my troubles, and you won't let me ever regret loving you, loving you. I love you, I love you.
March 1966 release there for a group called The Motleys on the Valiant record label, song entitled You. That is the A side of the 45. I don't think that record, someone was looking for that record, as last week or last month I sent the flip side, the B side, out to Dave the Rave. I wonder if he likes that side too. So hopefully you can locate that 45. Enough of my babbling here. Let's continue now. Let's go back to Laurie Records for this next singer, though. He was one of the members of a cool doo-wop group that I do feature on my 50s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. They were from Belmont Avenue in the Bronx, and he was one of the Belmonts, singing behind Dion DiMucci. And his name is Carlo Mastrangelo, but he had a number of solo releases, and he also sang with groups. And he is the lead of this group, as this song was written by his wife, Lucille. It's the first of 3 for a group called The Endless Pulse, and this one features Carlo on lead. We go back to Laurie Records here, May 1968, The Endless Pulse on Laurie, with their tune called Time Is Wastin'.
You sit in your room at night, can't tell what's wrong
so alone and blue. Time is wasting, you keep on hesitating. Life goes on by without you. Day after day, you keep on dreaming your life away. I can't go on without you. Got to get up, get out of your shell. Try reality, you never can tell now, baby. Baby, how long are you? Just how long you gonna keep me hanging on? Hoping and praying that you stop delaying my time. Got to get up, get out of your shell. Try reality, you never can tell now, baby. Baby, how long are you? Just how long you gonna keep me hanging on? Hoping and praying that you stop delaying my time. Time is a wasting, don't you keep on hesitating. Hoping and praying you stop delaying my time. Time is a wasting, don't you keep on hesitating. Hoping and praying.
That is a group called the Endless Pulse from May 1968, the first of three they recorded on the Laurie record banner. Time is a Wastin' is the name of that one. Features Carlo Mastrangelo on lead, yes. He continued to sing solo releases in the early 60s, and he sang with groups. That is a cool tune there. John G here spinning original vinyl 45s and showing you my record turntables on the webcam at Ustream. And I don't know, some people having trouble getting in there. Maybe Charlene can post that on my Facebook page. I don't know if they can get through on my Facebook page, but maybe Charlene, if you post that on my Facebook page, maybe that one will work. I don't know what the deal is, but anyway, John G just had to put his headphones on because we don't want the next door neighbors calling the police on Johnny G. Well, enough of my babbling here. Let's continue here with another 45 that I played on the last 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. Was a Ray Stevens song. The A-side, which was on of his second Monument release, was called Devil May Care. And that tune was written by Joe South. And the B-side was also written by Joe South. So let's give a spin to the B-side and give a listen to Mr. Ray Stevens. This one from March of 1966. We go to Monument Records. Ray Stevens with his tune called Make a Few Memories.
Well, I'm going to the bank, draw out my money, gonna spend every dime. I'm gonna paint this town, turn it upside down, show you a swinging good time. 'Cause I know I'm losing you, and there's nothing I can do, but tonight is not the proper time to cry. So come on, let's make a few memories before we have to say goodbye. Before we have to say goodbye.
to say goodbye. Come on, baby.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, Mr. Ray Stevens from March 1966. A Joe South pen tune there that they like in the Top Shelf Oldies chart. Ray Stevens there on Monument. Make a Few Memories is that one. Hopefully Johnny G bringing back memories to you, the Top Shelf Oldies listeners. We do it every Saturday from 10 to midnight right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Let's continue for this next artist. He is from Franklin, Tennessee. Started recording back in late 1960 for the Dot Record banner, but I became familiar with his biggest hit. Actually, I think it was his first release on the Rising Suns record label that my aunt purchased back in October of 1967, as she really and I really like his version of Everlasting Love. But this is his third release on the Rising Suns record label before he moved over to Elf. And after this release, he went over to Elf Records, division of Bell. But anyway, this is from May 68. Give a listen to Robert Knight. Robert Knight on Rising Suns and his tune called My Rainbow Valley.
I'm heading home again, 'cause it seems I don't fit in, and the world ain't all I thought that it would be. From this hill I'm looking down, beyond that friendly town, there's a place
May 1968 release there. Robert Knight's his name. The Rising Sun record label, that was his third release on the Rising Sun label, My Rainbow Valley. Sound a little bit like his hit Everlasting Love, but unfortunately that one charted nowhere. I have that on a white promo there. I have a number of maybe I have all the Rising Sun releases. I think I do. Anyway, enough of my babbling here. Let's continue here. This next artist, she is from Greenwood, Mississippi. She started recording back in 1958 on the Cobra label out of Chicago, Illinois. And you may know her two biggest hits. One in 1964 on VJ Records, a song called the Shoop Shoop Song. Then her other biggest hit, one of her other biggest hits was with a duet with Jerry Butler, Let It Be Me. But she recorded for a lot of different labels through the years. And in the late 60s, I think in late 68, early 69, or through 69, she was signed to the Uni label. And this is an uncharted song by her that was written by Neil Sedaka and was from her Uni album, There'll Come a Time. I'm talking about Betty Everett. This is Betty Everett on Uni from 1969 with her tune called Sugar.
The day you came into my life, you turned me on to glad things. Sugar, when I'm feeling low, you're there to sweeten up the bad things. Sugar, sugar, when we kiss, I need more. I'm like a kid in a candy store, and I never get enough of sugar. Sugar's such a sweet, sweet thing. I never get enough of sugar. Can't you see you got a hold on me? When I taste the honey from your lips, it drives me crazy. Sugar, if you went away, you'd be taking candy from a baby. Sugar, sugar, stay with me, whatever you do. Yeah, can't you see that I'm sweet on you? And I never get enough of sugar. Sugar's such a sweet, sweet thing. I never get enough of sugar. Oh, can't you see you got a hold on me? When you smile, the sugar drips like a loving spoonful from your lips, and I never get enough of sugar. Sugar's such a sweet, sweet thing. I never get enough of sugar. Yeah, can't you see you got a hold on me? And I never get enough of sugar. Sugar's such a sweet, sweet thing. I never get enough of sugar.
Yeah, that's the late Betty Everett there from, from December of 1969. I wonder if that's going to be the closest I get to 1970. I didn't remember typing any 1970 releases, though, but that's December 69, an uncharted release by Betty Everett on Uni, song written by Neil Sedaka, song entitled Sugar. As we continue here playing, John G. playing original vinyl 45s for a Saturday evening, 1960s style. This next artist is featured mostly on my 50s Vinyl Treasure Show, as he was the lead singer of a West Coast group called the Meadowlarks, who did some cool tunes, 50s doo-wop songs on the Dutone record label. But the group continued to record as the music was changing from R&B to soul, and this group had some pretty cool soul tunes. His last major hit was on the Money label in 1964. They weren't the Meadowlarks, they were known as the Larks by that time, a song called The Jerk. But here is a solo effort on the Safe label. It's one of those California labels. This is a recent addition to Johnny G's vinyl collection. It's a song that he wrote. I'm talking about Don Julian. Don Julian here from August of 65. It's on the Safe label. Give a listen to his tune. It's called What Chance Has a Man?
Man knows nothing but pain. Won't let woman is to blame. Since the beginning of time, woman has had the story that's mine. Now a man has a man. Man, pain and work is all he knows. Can't go on, can't go back.
Which way can a man go?
Now what does this woman do? Everybody knows the girl's untrue. Now a chance has a man. Woman who's made for man is true. Since that day he's been through. Now a chance has a man. Man, that's what I've come to be. I'm so weary.
Oh, my life is filled with
responsibility.
without woman's love. There could never, never be.
No, you are free.
Woman is king. Understand?
I won't be a man.
Now a chance
has a
I love a woman, yes I do. But she makes me so.
What chance?
Every day of my life, I find that I can't go on. No,
Don Julian there. Don Julian. I group backing him up there. Great soul tune there. From August 1965 on Safe Records, SAFE Records there. What Chance Has Man is the name of that tune. Let's continue here. Go back to Laurie Records. This next group, they are from Mansfield, Ohio. And it's surprising, very surprising that they had only one national hit. And their debut single came out on the Attack record label, which did not chart for them. But then they had 8 releases on the Laurie label, and their first Laurie release was their biggest hit that you all know, a song called Little Bit of Soul. And that was another 45 that my aunt purchased back in 1967. But this is a request for Bopper Boy Warren, and he wanted to hear a B-side to the follow-up to the Music Explosion's Little Bit of Soul. And the A-side was called Sunshine Games. Really did not do well for them. But I like this side like you do, Warren. We're going to give a spin to the B-side by request for Bopper Boy. This is the B-side. It features Jamie Lyons on lead, a Cassinets and Cats production. August 67, the Music Explosion on Laurie by request for Warren. Song entitled Can't Stop Now.
about you, baby, about the color of your eyes. Love everything about you, baby, the way you hypnotize. You know you really lose my mind. But I
Can't stop now.
so hungry I can taste it.
Can't stop now.
No longer go to waste.
Can't stop now.
In my dreams I can feel you, baby. Feel you right by my side. But when I go to touch you, baby, fade into the night. I'll wake up with an empty feeling, no matter how hard I try. Can't you see that I'm a baby, with only you on my mind? But I
Can't stop now.
so hungry I can taste it.
Can't stop now.
I'm so insane, just hard to explain. I need your love so badly. Oh, what price must I pay? Can't stop thinking about you, baby. About the color of your eyes. Love everything about you, baby. The way you hypnotize. You know you really got me going now. Like on a desert ride. No satisfaction, looking all over. About to lose my mind. But I
Can't stop now.
so hungry I can taste.
Can't stop now.
No love you, don't you wait.
Can't stop now.
I can't stop now. I can't stop now. Come on, baby. I can't stop now. I can't stop now.
By request for Warren there, those are the music. That's the Music Explosion with a B-side to Sunshine Games. I don't know why they released Sunshine Games. That was definitely the better side, in my opinion there. Jamie Lyons on lead, August 1967, Laurie Records, song entitled Can't Stop Now. They will be returning in a little while, the Music Explosion. Let's continue here. Let's stay out in California here for this. Actually, let's go to California for another California group that formed in 1965. You know their big hits. Songs like Along Comes Mary. I think Cherish was a big number one for them. Windy was a number one for them. Never My Love was a big top 5 hit, and others they had too. But did you ever hear their first release on the Valiant label? It's not their debut single, because their debut release came out in June of 65 on the Jubilee record label. This one was released in December of 1965, and it's a tune written by Bob Dylan. And I'm talking about The Association. This is The Association's first release on Valiant Records. Let's give it a spin. It's a song entitled One Too Many Mornings.
Down the street, the dogs are barking, and the day, it's getting dark. As the night comes in a falling, the dogs will lose their bark. And the silent night will shatter from the sounds inside my mind. And I'm one too many mornings and 1,000 miles. And from the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes, they start to gaze as I turn my head back to the room where my love and I have laid. And I gaze back to the street, the sidewalk, and the sign. And I'm one too many mornings and 1,000 miles.
they like that one there in the Top Shelf Oldies chart, and that one there on the Valiant record label out of California. That is the Association. That is their first release, Valiant number 730, I think it was. Yeah, that's a tune written by Bob Dylan. Their December 65 release. One Too Many Mornings is the name of that one. Jai G here spinning my original vinyl 60s as we do on the last Saturday of every month. And let's continue here. Let's stay out on the West Coast. That's what I meant when I said on this Association record. But anyway, it's on the DG record label. I think this is a division of the Modern label after the Bahari brothers sold it. I don't know who they sold it to, but this label DEEGEE. And I really couldn't find any information on this artist. And he goes by the name of Darius, Darrius, and no last name, although I look at the writer credit and maybe this guy Darius is someone called Tony Harris, because he is the writer on this tune. So I don't know, but we're going to give it a spin here. It was rated in Billboard. This is one of the dates in September of 65. It's on DG Records. His name is Darius, and this is the A side of the 45, a song called How Much Do I Love You?
How much do I love you? Why must I try to answer in simple words that only pass by? Someday when we're deep in love, been married for years, we'll think of our early time with smiles and tears. You know I love you, dear. I feel your touch. You know I want you, dear. Why ask me how much do I need you to gauge love won't do? The answer is in my eyes, not slow lips for you. In future of timeless joy and remembering, we'll talk of the fleeting wind and kisses of spring. You know I love you, dear. I feel your touch. You know I want you, dear. Why ask me how much I love you?
September 65 release there for an artist by the name Darius, Darrius. DG Records. There's some pretty cool records releases on that DG record label. I have a number of them. Yes, I do. But that's How Much Do I Love You is the name of that one. Hope you're digging on the tunes here for a Saturday evening. This is the 60s edition of Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show as I wind down from my Dallas trip. And I haven't taken a plane ride since me and Barbara went to Orlando, which was last February. And I think it was last February, maybe it was the year before. But it was I took United Airlines, and those planes, they don't give you any snacks anymore. I mean, since when? It's just like a soda or a water. And on the plane over, they didn't have any water. They said that the water wasn't working. So they used to give you like salted nuts or something, and it's so crammed. Anyway, I was the last seat. Me and Robin were the last seat in the back, and we had to the luggage we had to carry on. And it was I don't know, but it was an experience, a nice change of pace. And now I'm back playing my 45. So let's continue here. Here's another artist usually heard on my 50s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. His real name is Johnny Faircloth, and I featured one by him not too long ago on my 50s edition on that label Sage Records, I think it was. And he was Johnny Fair. I played Bertha Lou, and I also recorded under different names too in the 50s and early 60s. Dick Bush, Johnny Jordan, but we know him as Donnie Brooks. And here's one he did on the Reprise record label. Actually, he had 3 releases. This is his third. It was written by Hal David and Burt Bacharach, arranged by Jack Nietzsche, produced by Jimmy Bowen. And I see on here that this one was a master from Belinda in Canada Ltd. So I don't know what that means. But anyway, I have it on a promo Reprise. We go back to April of 65 for Donnie Brooks on Reprise and his tune called If I Never Get to Love You.
If I never get to love you, it won't be that I haven't tried to kiss you and felt love burning deep inside. If I never get to love you, it's not because of my desire. Heaven, I'll always long to set your heart on fire. What I wouldn't give to hold you tight, never let you out of sight. Be the one you give your first kiss every morning, the last one you kiss. Good night. If I never get to love you, it won't be that I didn't care. There is nothing that I want more, or I need more, and my heart will surely break in two if I never get to love you. What I wouldn't give to hold you tight, I never let you out of sight. I'll be the one you give your first kiss every morning, the last one you kiss. Good night. If I never get to love you, it won't be that I didn't care. There is nothing that I want more, or I need more, and my heart will surely break in two if I never get to love you. Oh, if I never get to love you, oh baby, you know that I tried. Come on, and tell me, child, you're gonna give me one more chance, and I'm gonna tell you, baby, I'm gonna love you.
Interesting sound there for Donnie Brooks, April 1965 release. One of those leftover Reprise 45s. I played a lot of tunes on the Reprise label a number of months ago, but that's Donnie Brooks. Yes, a David and Bacharach tune there, If I Never Get to Love You. Let's continue here, and this next artist, he is from Palestine, Texas. I just was there. No, I was in Dallas. Best known for one half of a duet, Gene and Debbie, and they had a big hit on the TRX record label, song called Playboy, but he started recording back, I think that was in 67, but he started recording back in 1961 on the Venus record label. That release called Sometime was a national charter for him when it was picked up by United Artists Records, but he has got a bunch of releases on the UA record label, and here is one that I really like, and actually Charlene Whiteside, she was instrumental with me having this one part of my collection. And because she asked me if I needed it, and I didn't have it. It was a couple of years ago, I think, and I ended up buying it on eBay. Thank you, Charlene, for that. But this is from December of 1964, United Artists Records, for Mr. Gene Thomas, and his tune called I'd Rather Not Talk About It.
Please don't ask me why I'm sad. Please don't ask me why I feel so bad. I'd rather not talk about it. I'd rather not talk about it. It hurts me too much when I hear her name. It's over now. Please don't ask me why she don't cry. Please don't ask me why I don't sleep at night. I'd rather not talk about it. I'd rather not talk about it. I wanna forget that she forgot me. It's over now. I can't help thinking of the words you said. Her words of love keep ringing in my head. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'd rather not talk about it. I'd rather not talk about it. It hurts me too much when I hear her name. It's over now. Please don't ask me why she don't cry. Please don't ask me why I don't sleep at night. I'd rather not talk about it. I'd rather not talk about it now. I'd rather not talk about it. I'd rather not talk about it. I'd rather not talk about it, baby.
As Mr. Gene Thomas there with as a United Artists release from December of 1964, song entitled I'd Rather Not Talk About It. Yes, I'd rather talk about playing my 45s here, so let's continue now. And I saw this next 45. What caught my eye was the writers, which are Sharon Shealy and Jackie DeShannon. Of course, they wrote some great tunes through the years for so many artists. And this gal I read today, I'm not sure, I couldn't really prove it if it was true or not, but somebody said that this gal was the younger sister of Dottie West. I'm not sure about that, so if anybody can verify that, it'd be cool. But she goes by the name of Diana Dawn, and she's doing this Sharon Shealy and Jackie DeShannon tune. It's from 1965 on the Ed-Nell, ED-NEL, and I think there's a picture sleeve on this, which I don't own. But anyway, it's Diana Dawn, and the name of her tune is called Backstreet Girl.
Here I stand on the corner for the 100th time. I must be crazy, must be losing my mind. He belongs to somebody else, but I love him so much I just can't help myself. A few more minutes and he'll be here. My life begins when he holds me near. I know that is wrong, I'll leave him secretly, but I can't let him go. He's such a part of me. Backstreet girl, he'll never wear his name. Oh no. Backstreet girl, his love is green, you I have met him first, why must it be my fate to have to hide my love for him because it came too late? He belongs to somebody else, but I love him so much I just can't help myself. Backstreet girl, you'll never wear his name. Oh, stop it now. Backstreet girl, his love is bringing you shame. I love you now. Backstreet girl, why don't you let him be? He's wrecking your life and you'll never be free. Backstreet girl, you'll never wear his name. Oh, don't say it. Backstreet girl, his love is bringing you shame.
Her name is Diana Dawn. Diana Dawn from 1965 on the Ed Nell record label. Song entitled Backstreet Girl. I did see on YouTube a Jackie DeShannon doing a demo. It didn't sound the greatest, but there wasn't really a lot of instrumentation there, but she was singing it, which seemed pretty interesting there. Enough of my babbling here. Let's continue here. Let's go to 1964. Let's go back to Laurie Records, although this 45 first came out on a label called Zigzag Records, but then Laurie picked it up. And the interesting thing about this one is two of the writers are P.F. Sloan and Steve Barry, and there are others mentioned in this composition here writing this tune, but it's from June of 64, Laurie Records. The group is called Julie and the Desires, and their tune is called Kiss and Tell.
Ever since the very day I met you, he's a kiss and tell. My friends told me I should forget you. He's a kiss and tell. They said that you would never stand down. He's a kiss and tell. 'Cause you're the type that likes to fool around. He's a kiss and tell. Oh, no. Well, I don't care just what they say. I'm gonna love you, baby, any other way. And if they ever felt your warm embrace, I know they'd wanna take my place. They say he would better play it smart. He's a kiss and tell. If not, that boy is gonna break your heart. He's a kiss and tell. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I don't believe it. No. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On the Laurie record banner. So you had a lot of Laurie releases for this evening. June 64, Julie and the Desires on Laurie Records there. Song entitled Kiss and Tell. Did that sound like Ellie Greenwich? I don't know. Maybe it was. It could be. I don't know here. John G doesn't know all, but let's continue. That one not in such great shape, but you really can't get everything for 10 cents in great shape. But I do get quite a few records in nice shape for 10 cents. I really did. And I did pay a lot for some other ones too. And we will get to those. I haven't done my anniversary show, my 50s anniversary show yet. I just haven't had the time. I got some really cool tunes for that 50s show. So, and with the webcam, you'll see some really cool ones. Yes, you will. Well, let's continue here for this quartet from Asbury Park, New Jersey. They started recording on the Selsum label back in 1960 as the Uniques. Or was it? No, it wasn't 60. I think it was later on. I think it was more like 63. Not 60. And but they changed their name to the Broadways, and this one features Billy Brown on lead. It's the second of two on the MGM record label. Actually, it's a B-side, and I have to say that usually I collect everything, especially if the song is good. I do make a note of it, but when I first started listening to Dave the Rave and Relics and Rarities when he was doing his show here on Top Shelf and also simultaneously broadcasting on WPDQ, he played this record one night, and it was the first time I ever heard it, and it was the first time, really, that I went looking for the record. I went looking for it because I rarely look for records right away that I hear, and only because I collect so many of them and I run the labels. So if it's on MGM or Mercury or whatever it is, I'll buy it if I need it. And I eventually would have probably purchased this one too, but I went looking for it because I loved it so much. So we're going to send it out to Dave the Rave. He has this record. And Dave the Rave has Relics and Rarities on Sunday evenings right here on Top Shelf Oldies starting at 9 p.m. till midnight. And he goes for an extra hour with one of his older shows. And I think I have called in on some of those older shows, but I first heard this one on Relics and Rarities and bought the record. As we go back to September of 1966 on MGM, these are the Broadway's Billy Brown on lead. Their tune called You Just Don't Know.
Sometimes I'm up, sometimes down. Sometimes the sun just can't be found. But when your arms are around me, nothing but sunshine surrounds me, baby. You just don't know how good you make me feel. Let it know how good you make me feel. Let it know how good you make me feel. All right now, baby. Some days are good, and some days are good, some bad now, baby. Some days the world looks like a drag. But the moment you are near me, the world looks carefully through it, baby. You just don't know how good you make me feel. No, you don't know how good you make me feel. No, you don't know how good you make me feel. Yeah. All right now. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes wrong. Oh, baby. Sometimes I feel I can't go on. But the moment you kiss me, the magic just seems to lift me, baby. You just don't know how good you make me feel. No, you don't know how good you make me feel. No, you don't know how good you make me
I think that's a cool tune. Yes, I do. The Broadways there. Billy Brown on lead. September 1966 on the MGM record banner, song entitled You Just Don't Know. You just don't know how long it takes to accumulate 175,000 45s. It takes like almost a lifetime. Yes, it does. That's how many 45s your host Johnny G has. And I don't know. I should probably start getting rid of my triples and doubles. That's for sure. I was talking to Dave the Rave this evening about it. And we said we had a lot of records that we probably could sell, but I don't have time with my drive into Newark, New Jersey every day and whatnot. But I like playing them. I sure do. It is an addiction. Let's continue here. We are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. I forgot to mention that. So let's continue here. This next label is called SYCO. Would you say that's Psycho? Would you pronounce that Psycho or Cisco? I don't know, not Cisco, Psycho Records. And I think this artist, he is out of Detroit. Looks like a Detroit label. I see also A. Williams is a writer. That could be Andre Williams. As we go to June of 1965, his name is Jimmy Holland, and he's being backed up by a group called The Four Holidays. And this song charted regionally on WKNR in Dearborn, Michigan, was number 21 on that chart. So let's give it a spin. Jimmy Holland on Psycho, SYCO, and his tune called Sugar Baby.
Sugar baby,
Sweeter than candy,
sugar baby,
sweet as candy.
sugar baby,
She makes my life worthwhile
sugar baby.
with that $1,000,000 smile.
She's the apple of my eye. I'm gonna love her till I die. Sweet sugar baby, sugar baby,
She's always on time.
sugar baby,
She stays on my mind.
sugar baby,
It might sound very strange,
sugar baby.
but I'd rather fight than change.
She's the apple of my eye. I'm gonna love her till I die. Sweet sugar baby.
Sugar baby, sugar baby, sugar baby, sugar baby. She's my cream and cherry pie. In my heart she'll never die. Sugar baby.
Candy store sells sweet goodies, and everybody knows. But I've got something sweeter than any candy store child. 5'2", and she's fine, fine, fine. Yes, I love that girl, 'cause she's mine, mine, mine. She's my cream and cherry pie. In my heart, she'll never die. Sweet sugar baby.
Sugar baby,
Sweeter than candy.
sugar baby,
She's just dandy.
sugar baby,
Though it might sound very strange,
sugar baby.
but I'd rather fight than change. She's my cream and cherry pie. In my heart, she'll never die. Sweet sugar baby. Come on, everybody sing with me. Sugar baby.
Can I get a witness? Can I go? That sounds like a Marvin Gaye tune to me. Yes, it does a little bit. Yes, it does. That's Jimmy Holland from June 1965 on the Psycho, S-Y, Psycho. I saying that right? Psycho Records there. Sugar Baby is the name of that tune. Let's continue. Here we are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. I played the B-side of this 45 on the last edition, 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. The group was called the Ashley Brothers, and the side that I played was called The Sidewalk Sleeps. But let's flip it over, give a listen to the plug side of the 45, as that's what Capitol wanted this side to be. We go to Capitol Records. This one from December of 68, the Ashley Brothers, and their song's called Some Kind of Life.
Some kind of life you made it, baby. Some kind of love we
I like that tune there. That's the Ashley Brothers. Great two-sided 45, but that's the plug side of the record, December 68 on Capitol. Some Kind of Life is the name of that tune. Let's continue here. We are on Vinyl Treasure Overtime here for this next artist, born in Holly Springs, Mississippi, and he recorded with Jimmy Reed in 1959 on the VJ record label, but his first solo release was on Federal Records back in 1959, a song called Teardrops. His real name is Sylvester Thompson, but you know him as Syl Thompson, and Syl Thompson's his name. This one is on a label called Tag Ltd, and their motto is called House of Soul, Seal of Approval. That's what the label stands for. It's from 1966. Syl Johnson's his name. The name of the tune is called Surrounded.
I'm surrounded, baby. Your love is like the FBI. Surrounded, baby. Your love is like the FBI. Dead on my track, can't get off my back. Name should be called I spy. I go from town to town. Everywhere I see your friend. Go from town to town. Everywhere I see your brand. You got your power working on the hour. I know I'm a wanted man. Surrounded, I'm hooked. You got me covered in your book. So come on, come on. Take me in your custody. Play it smart, handcuff my heart. I know I'll never be free. All right, surrounded, I'm hooked. You got me covered in your book. So come on, come on. Take me in your custody. Play it smart, handcuff my heart. I know I'll never be free. Baby, you got me tied up, baby. You got me all wrapped up in your arms, baby. I can't get loose now. I'm surrounded, baby. Surrounded, baby. I'm surrounded, baby.
1966 release there. Syl Johnson's his name. Surrounded is the name of the tune on the Tag Ltd record label. Johnny G is surrounded by all these 45s. We do it every Saturday. We are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. Let's continue here. Let's head out to Los Angeles, California, to the Uptown record label. I think this group had other releases, and this one arranged by George Tipton. And I don't know much about the group, though. Didn't really get a chance to look at them in depth, as I had my oil changed, and I got the, today was like a crazy day because I waited up at the dealer for about 2.5 hours. So they had to do this oil change, and I'm waiting there and waiting there and waiting there. I had to really prepare the show. I didn't do anything all week. I was in Dallas. And he comes out and he says, your car is all ready. So I get in the car and I start leaving, and my steering wheel starts shaking. This is on the Cadillac. I'm going, what did they do here? They probably didn't balance the tires right, because they rotate the tires at this dealership. So I go back to the guy and I says, look, I said, something's wrong here because you did something wrong. The steering wheel is shaking and vibrating. He goes, oh no, your tires are worn, and that's why it's vibrating. They're uneven. I said, well, why didn't you tell me that it needed new tires? You switched them, you filled them up. So I ended up going to this tire dealership local. He's got to order these tires. They are expensive. but I got a ride this week with this terrible ride because I'm going to do it on this Friday because I am off this coming Friday. But anyway, but that was my story today, so I was a little bit behind. But Charlene was so helpful to your host, Johnny G, today, and I really couldn't do without Charlene's help as she helps me continuously. She is my assistant. Yes, she is. So let's give a listen to this group. They're called The Intentions. It's from August of 1965. It's on the Uptown record label, and it's what Johnny G didn't have enough of today. The song is called Time.
Time can make a wall crumble. Years can make a city stumble. But while our hearts are young and gay, let our love go on this way. It's written down in history that time can destroy. We'll always be together, moments to enjoy. I'll always love you. Together we will be. No matter how long, forever, eternally. We have a lifetime ahead of us. We'll build a paradise, loving each other, just as long as there's life. It's written down in history that time can destroy. We'll always be together, moments to enjoy. I'll always love you. Together we will be. No matter how long, forever, eternally. We have a lifetime ahead of us. We'll build a paradise, loving each other, just as long as there's life.
Yes, Warren, I agree. I have the research. That might be some other group that recorded in the early 1960s, but that is from August 1965. It's on the Uptown record label, one of the thousands of labels that your host, Johnny G, collects. The Intentions is the name of the group, and the name of the tune is called Time. And speaking of time, we are in Vinyl Treasure overtime. Let's continue maybe for about 30 minutes more before we sign off here. So let's continue. Let's go to June of 1967 to the Veep record label, a division of United Artists Records, for this artist that was one of the original Drifters. Recorded on the Atlantic record label, and I usually feature the Drifters on my 50s show, although he is not. He had his own group. And he actually called them the original Drifters, but I think by this time he dropped off the Drifters and just left it as the Originals. And he wrote this song. This is actually a recent addition to the Johnny G collection on the Veep record labels from June of 67 on Veep Records. It's Bill Pinkney with a song that he wrote, and the Originals, and their tune called I Found Some Lovin'.
Well, I'm a hard-working dad. I work hard every day. Yeah. Well, you know, when I come home, I'm in the mood to play now. Yeah. You know, I call my girl up on the telephone. Yeah. You know, another man had said she wasn't home. Yeah. That
That's June 67 release there for Bill Pinkney and the Originals. As I mentioned, the Drifters on there. Used to be the Original Drifters. A song he wrote there on the Veep record label. Song entitled I Found Some Lovin'. Yes, I do. Hopefully you found some lovin' here for Saturday evenings from 10 to midnight as John G features original vinyl 45s out of my collection 60s edition tonight. Hope you're enjoying the tunes that I am featuring. We play them ad hoc here. So let's go to January of 1968 for a cover tune. And this one written by Bobby Hebb, although I don't know if he recorded this one. But supposedly, Charlene says it was recorded in January of 1967, a year earlier from this release, by someone by the name of Kenny Lonas, Lonas. But this one actually charted, this release here that I'm featuring on the Streamside record label, charted at number 44 on WAVE out of New Haven, Connecticut. Let's give a listen to William Hunt and his version of this tune, January 68 on Streamside. His version of the tune, Would You Believe?
Would you believe the grass is green and the sky is blue? Would you believe that the wind blows strong when I'm not with you? Would you believe that's the same love the green grass has for the morning dew? Baby, that's the same love my heart has for you. Would you believe young hearts grow? I know, child, now. Would you believe that God can show my love somehow? So baby, baby, our love grows so rapidly. Baby, tell me, would you believe? Would you believe? Move me, baby, you're driving me mad. Would you believe? Baby, you're the sweetest thing I've ever had. Would you believe? Would you believe? Would you believe that's the same love the green grass has for the morning dew? That's the same love, baby, my heart has for you. Baby, baby, baby,
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's a cool one there by William Hunt, January 1968 release on the Streamside record label. Streamside number 100. Would you believe? Would you believe that I bought that 45 from dealer Barry Soltz for, I think he had $30 on that one, but he gives me a decent discount. Yes, he does. I don't know. That was a while ago. I wonder what that record goes for now. I don't know. Anyway, John G here spinning original vinyl 45s. We are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime for this group here, this girl group called the Soul Sisters. They had an earlier release that was a hit on the Sue record label. I forget what it was. Oh, I don't know. I forget there. But it's Teresa Cleveland and Ann Gisdaner. They were members of a group called the Canjos. They also recorded as the Colettes, and they also recorded as this group called the Soul Sisters. It's the fifth of 7 releases they had on the Sue record label. This one arranged by Bert Keys. We go back to December of 1965. The Soul Sisters on Sue with their tune called Flashback. Yes, those are the Soul Sisters. The Soul Sisters, December 1965, release on the Sue record banner. Their tune called Flashback. The song I was thinking of is called I Can't Take It. That was their biggest hit. Made it up to number 46 on the Billboard charts in 1964. Let's continue here. And just got this 45. Actually came in while I was in Texas. And I don't know, I don't look as much as I used to scour the eBay sites. I do for the big ticket items. I do look for those. And sometimes when I check out another dealer's listings and I see if I like something, I usually try to buy something else. I only deal with a few of the dealers on eBay. I'm afraid too many people out there, they don't really know what they're doing as far as packing and everything else. It is like really funny, really. The postage is unbelievable. I had a discussion with Dave the Rave during I think it was a Friday on my way home from work about how much they charge with the postage and the billings. And they bill you, I think it's automatic with eBay, and they charge you $4 for each one. And so they say you have to pay for each one. It's ridiculous that you got to pay, whatever it is, $10 and $4 each time for these postage. I mean, they don't know what they're doing. They don't. I'm sorry, some of you young dealers out there that don't know how to deal in records. But anyway, I'm going to jump off the soapbox there. But I just got this one, and I really didn't. I think I paid $4 postage for this. And was I happy? I mean, I wasn't really happy with the packing because the guy put just one cardboard in it and left the record. It was like kind of loose, and you don't want that in any of the mailers because if somebody sits on the package or they put a heavy box on it, it gives and it cracks. But anyway, so I'm not giving positive feedback on this record. Sorry, seller, but I never bought from the guy before. Anyway, let's talk about the record. It's a girl group, and it sounds a lot like the Ronettes. And actually, maybe they did do this song. I don't know. Maybe the Ronettes did it in '65 as You Baby. But this is a version by a group called the Love Notes, a song written by Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil and Phil Spector. And they sound a lot like the Ronettes, and maybe it's like the Ronettes version, I don't know, but it's Cameo Records. It's from May of '66, the Love Notes, and their tune called Baby, Baby You.
You know I've been wanting you my whole life through, and now that you're my guy, I'm gonna live and die for only you, baby, baby. Now you're gonna know all the ways I've tried to be so. You're gonna see there's a lifetime of love in me. You, baby, baby, you, baby, baby, you, baby, baby, babe, don't make me wait this long. Wanting your kiss, and now you're really mine. I'll make up for the time you made us miss, baby, baby. Now that it's alright, I'm gonna love and kiss you every night. You're gonna see that I've saved all the love in me just for you, baby, baby, you, baby, baby, you, baby, Nobody else will never ever do. You, baby, baby, you,
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Those are the Love Notes, May 1966 release. That cover of that Ronettes tune. This one's called Baby, Baby You. Came out on the Cameo record label. That one just came in this week. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Overtime. And let's go to New York City. Let's go back to Laurie Records for this one. And not enough time really to research this cool tune. It's from 1964. As this group, they're known as the Illusions, and I wonder if they're the same Illusions that recorded for the, I think it was the Little Debbie label, possibly, as this group had other releases, I think. But anyway, this one's on Laurie. It's from '64. It's their tune called In the Beginning. That's another release on the Laurie record label there. The Illusions is the name of the group. From 1964, Laurie Records there. In the Beginning is the name of that one. And Laurie Records, I like their vinyl promos. So if you're looking for some of those records that come on styrene, like that DeVille's record, you want to get it on the special, I think it's called Advance Release. And sometimes you can end up getting some of those Dion and the Belmonts, those West Coast presses. I think there was one pressing plant here on the East Coast that did press original late 1950s of vinyl releases of those Dion and the Belmonts records. So if you look for a while, you may be able to find them. Yes, you will. Let's continue. Here we are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. Let's go to a label called Circle Records. As I don't know anything about this gal, though, but she had two releases on the Circle record label. This one from September of 65. Her name is Nita Hill, although I know this song I think was done by someone else, and I just can't place it. Maybe one of you guys in the chat room know something about this song and who may have done it, because I know somebody else did this record. And I don't know if this is the original, though, but her name is Nita Hill. This one from September of 65. It's on Circle Records. The song is called Standing in the Shadows.
Well, I was standing in the shadow, waiting for you to come home, wondering where in the world you've been. Well, I was standing in the shadow, waiting all alone when I saw you in the arms of my best friend. Well, I was standing in the shadow, watching while they held you so tight, listening to the words that broke my heart. Yes, I was standing in the shadow, watching while they kissed you goodnight, listening to you tear my dreams apart. Thinking, how could you be so mean, knowing it just wasn't fair? Trying my best to hold back the tears, I couldn't do it. I was crying in the shadow, crying. It was all a bad dream, wishing, there was something I could do. Well, I was crying in the shadow, praying. I was hurting inside because it wasn't me there with you. Yeah, I was standing in the shadow. I was crying in the shadow, standing. I was standing in the shadow. I was crying in the shadow, standing. I was standing in the shadow,
September 65 release there for Nita Hill. Nita Hill on Circle with her tune called Standing in the Shadows. Was it Arthur Alexander that did that tune? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Jaji losing his mind. Let's continue with some more Vinyl Treasure Overtime. Earlier we heard from this Mansfield, Ohio group. We heard the B-side to their second Laurie single, a song called Can't Stop Now. Great request by Warren. Thank you for that, Warren. And your other ones, too, that Jaji didn't have enough time to find, as time is not on my side. But anyway, here's their third Laurie release. And this side bubbled under at number 103, but was number 19 on WYND out of Sarasota, Florida. This tune written by Bo Gentry and Richie Cordell. Jamie Lyons on lead for this one. We go back to the Music Explosion from October 1967 on Laurie Records, and their tune called We Gotta Go Home. That is the music explosion. October 1967. Jamie Lyons is doing lead there, Laurie Records. That would have been a good closer. I should have moved that to the closer because it's almost time for Johnny G to go home. We Gotta Go Home is the name of that one. Let's go with a few more here for this group from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that dyed their hair black and put a white stripe around the side, and they called themselves the Skunks. But with their first recording, when they were signed to Era Records, the label didn't like them to do that and didn't like the name. So their first release came out in 1965 as the Unbelievables. It really did nothing for them. But then in late 1966, they changed their name back to the Skunks, and they had a release on the USA record label, and they followed it up with two on a label called Quill Records, and I'm featuring their second, which is a John Lennon and Paul McCartney tune. Let's go back to 1967 for this group called The Skunks. It's on the Quill record label. It's their second release on Quill. The song is called It's Only Love.
My heart inside just flies. Butterfly, why am I so shy when I'm beside you? It's only love, and that is all. Why should I feel the way I do? It's only love, and that is all. But it's so hard loving you. I should fight every night. Just the sight of you makes nighttime bright, very bright. Haven't I the right to make it occur? It's only love, and that is all. Why should I feel the way I do? It's only love, and that is all. But it's so hard loving you. Yes, it's so hard loving you, loving you. I get high when I see you go by. My oh my, when you sigh, my heart inside just flies. Butterfly, why am I so shy when I'm beside you? It's only love, and that is all.